On topic. Um, Least favorite film. People are not going to like me for this either. It would either be, it's a tie between A New Hope and A Phantom Menace. I see why people don't like Phantom Menace because you can't really place a set main character, but at the same time, I will say that doesn't really need a set character because this is where the story begins. This is where it all starts with Anakin growing up to be a Jedi and turning to the dark side, having Luke and it all starts with episode 1 with the Phantom Menace. So I really can't say I can't really condemn it for not having a set main character, but at the same time, I cannot definitely say that it didn't need one. One specific character is what I'm trying to say. Like, is it Anakin that's the main character, or is it Obi-Wan, or is it Qui-Gon? You can't really definitely say which one, but at the same time, you can't definitely say that it needs one or not. That it needed one or not. Alright. I also agree that Lucas might have been making it up as they went along. It kind of makes sense, but I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah. Anyways, about A New Hope. Now, alright, now I might contradict myself here, but I am standing by what I say. In A New Hope, the lightsaber duels were, okay, they were bad. They weren't terrible, but they weren't really good. I'm really referring to the duel between Darth Vader and Ben Kenobi. I mean, but there's also other lightsaber effects that were terrible and blatantly obvious. But I do give them the benefit of the doubt when you're talking about the 1980s version. The 1980s version was, okay, we're trying to get our feet wet here, and it's not working out that well. Okay, I understand this. But then here comes the 2004 DVD release. Nothing was changed. They even gave Luke a green saber. Why green? It was supposed to be blue. Yeah, first of all, it's supposed to be blue. Second of all, in the duel between Vader and Ben, especially with Ben's saber, when he does that whoosh and the saber disappears in the 1980s version. In the 2004 version, they just set a blue haze over it. Oh, nobody's gonna know, so we're gonna put the blue haze here. What? I noticed that perfectly. I mean, episode 2 was just made. Was pretty much just made. So why couldn't they have used, or even if episode 2 wasn't released yet, which I don't think so, because episode 3 was released in 2005. So they made episodes 1 and 2, and they were much better with the lightsaber effects than in episode 4. So why couldn't they use those same tools? It doesn't make sense to me. Alright, next is, if I could write my own Star Wars novel, what would it be about? Alright, this is really tough because I haven't really given this much thought, and this is pretty much done on a whim. No, really, I just wrote the script and I'm recording, so I would either do something between The Phantom Menace and Attack the Clones, or I would prefer to do was the Great Jedi Purge, after the events of the Great Jedi Purge, after the events of Episode 3. What would the Jedi be like? What would the surviving Jedi be like? Because there were some Jedi that survived, namely Ram Koda, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Yoda. What would they be like? What would they feel that their culture was pretty much destroyed by cloak and dagger tactics? Would they be angry? Would they be indignant? Vindicated, maybe? These are all questions that I would love to figure out and answer. Alright. Which film has my favorite soundtrack? Alright, Revenge of the Sith and Attack of the Clones. I happen to be in possession of a sheet music book, a musical journey, which has many songs from all of the soundtracks of the movies, and which is for the alto saxophone, which is what I play a ton. I play it exclusively. So, when I'm listening to and playing Across the Stars from Episode 2 and Battle of the Heroes from Episode 3, those are probably my favorites to play as well as listening to. With behind them would be Duel of the Fates from Episode 1. So yeah, probably my favorite soundtrack in general would probably be from Revenge of the Sith. Alright. Do I collect figures? No. I received figures before, but I do not collect them. In fact, the last time I received a figure was like 2005 or something like that. Something ridiculous. Alright. In my opinion, what is the best thing about the EU or the expanded universe? Jansari 1 named it. The details of what was going on off screen from the movies. And also, not even relating to the movies at all, from going way before the events of the movies and way after the events of the movies. And now, I've taken interest into writing with dark themes, which is something that I agree with Jansari 1 on. Although, not so dark as when to the point where the characters go insane and kill themselves. No, just enough darkness to have the characters adapt and mature through the events. That would be very interesting, seeing characters mature and grow and become better people through very dark events and using very dark themes. Now that would be very interesting. Alright, in my opinion, what is the worst thing about the expanded universe? Again, Jansari 1 named it. Too many people working on the same things. I will not go into the Clone Wars era crap, but there will be a bunch of retconning that needs to do about that. Because it's screwing around with continuity. And we all know when people start squashing on other people's continuities, things get messy and gross and nasty and everything like that. I mean, like Darth Maul, now a Dathomir Night Brother. I can almost pronounce that. I don't like that at all. I like the Iridonian Zabrak backstory better. I mean, it wouldn't be such a bad thing if they're all communicating and actually taking the existing continuity into account and working with that continuity. that would be nice, because you may have so many ideas, because there's so many ideas that you could put in. It's almost limitless how many ideas you can put into something, but you have to do it in such a way that it doesn't screw with continuity. Because when that happens, things get messy. Alright, what does Star Wars mean to me? To me, Star Wars is like one of those childhood memories that has survived long enough that now I can become a nerd about it. At least a little bit of a nerd. I'm not as nerdy as Gensari 1, which watching his videos kind of rekindled that little childhood memory that I almost forgotten. But you can't really ever forget Star Wars. You just can't. Now, and watching his descriptions about lightsaber combat, and which got me very interested in sword fighting, in learning learning sword play, which I've already learned pretty much a style of unarmed martial arts. Alright, so yeah, these are just my opinions, and again, remember the rules: no hate, bullcrap, or things like that. And everyone knows what that is. Everybody knows what that kind of crap is. Trolling. No, nobody likes that. Nobody likes that, and I'm sure you wouldn't like it if those happened to you. If you think it's funny, it's not funny. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna take something again from Gensari 1. If anyone has any essay comments for me, just message me. Please. I saw on Gensari 1 some of his videos, the comments, there were essay like, and there was like box all right to the top. No. Just message. No, just send it a message. And a huge shout out to Gensari 1 as well. If you like what you see, then hit the thumbs up. And if you really like it and you want to see more content like this, subscribe. And again, shout out to Gensari 1. Watch his videos. He's a really smart guy. He knows what he's talking about. In fact, I learned a lot from him. So I really recommend that you subscribe to him too. But yeah, this is Zeke Knight signing off.